Hello, I'm Mark Visser, aka Sparkuss. Welcome to my channel. Hello, I'm Sparkuss, aka Mark Visser. No, that's wrong. I'm Mark Visser, aka Sparkuss. I just got a few thoughts today to share on science fiction. First off, I heard in a couple occasions about the Battlestar Galactica map of the 12 colonies. I thought, that's really cool. I really want to see that. Because, I really got into Battlestar Galactica when it was on. Actually, first, it was kind of going slow for me. It took a while to get into, but when I did get into it, I just had to watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it, and then it ended, and oh my god, that is the worst piece of crap ending I have ever seen. But apart from that, seeing the map of these 12 colonies sounds pretty interesting. First I heard Hank Green, one of the Vlogbrothers, describe it, saying it was a double binary system, and I thought, kind of cool, okay. Suddenly it struck me, this is crazy. Just the thought of 12 habitable planets in one system is crazy enough. The thought that any of them could be in any way geologically stable is crazy. If you have watched any, like Discovery Channel, documentaries on physics and the solar system at all, you can easily see that there is no way in hell this is going to work. If you look at the map, Caprica and Gimmenon are orbiting around each other. The tidal stresses would make those things absolutely volcanic hells. Even if they could exist around the stars where they say they are, they would not work. They would be ripped apart by gravity and tidal stresses very quickly. So that's that part shot down. Next thing is this apparent UFO in Jerusalem, which I saw a video of. It looks kind of like a nice little ball falling down towards the city and then flying back up. It's a ball. Even if you are going to think that, okay, aliens are visiting us, which seems really impossible because everything we know about physics right now says that faster-than-light travel is not possible. But just the woman's reaction makes it a little bit iffy. I saw the same thing in Mississippi. I don't know. I'd love it if we were visited by aliens, but I'd like a little bit more proof than a ping pong ball over a temple. That just isn't good enough for me. I want them landing, walking out, TV crews there, and someone saying, hello, we really are aliens. Nice to meet you. Here's wonderful technology. Here's energy efficient technology. Here's a way to not kill your planet. That's what I'd like to believe in aliens. I don't get that. I'm not buying it. Having said that, we currently don't know a way to go faster than light. I heard an interesting theory. You couldn't actually go faster than light, but limited time travel may be possible, which would allow you to effectively go faster than light. This is how it works. You could travel back in time a very short way. First off, you have to build up enough speed so you've got some time dilation between your fixed point, your start point, which would be Earth, and your traveling point, your spaceship. As I understand it, you can only travel back as far as the amount of time dilation you've built up. I really don't know how to measure this properly. You're off 10 minutes from here somehow, you're going 10 minutes slower, however you want to put it. You can only travel back in time 10 minutes. Doesn't sound very useful. Say you've traveled 10 light minutes from Earth, and you can jump back. You couldn't jump back 11 minutes, you couldn't jump back 10.1 minutes, you couldn't jump back 10 minutes and a slight fraction. The farthest you could jump back in time would be far enough back that when you jumped, if you send off a message right away, the soonest it could arrive is a fraction of a second after you left. You can only travel back far enough in time so that you can't affect your own timeline, is what it looks like. Now this still really sounds very useless, except if you can repeat this. If you're traveling from planet 1 to planet 2, say it's our nearest planet, 4 light years away. If you even say you could get up to half light speed, that's 8 years. An 8-year trip there, an 8-year trip back. 16 years of your life gone if you don't actually spend any time there, and that's assuming instantaneous acceleration and deceleration so you can get right up to the half light speed. But if you can do time jumps, start off at Earth, travel along a certain distance, jump back in time, and travel along a certain distance, and jump back in time, and travel along a certain distance, and jump back, and jump back, and jump back, you get to this point. You've still experienced 8 years. With the time jumps, you arrive at this planet just after you've left Earth, if you can do the jumps properly. The ship has still experienced 8 years, but everyone back at home has only experienced a very short time. That's great for everyone back home, except that, we've still experienced 8 years on the ship and we're, 8 years older. There again, time dilation comes into effect and you experience less time on the ship. You're going half light speed. I don't know all the math. You wouldn't experience 8 years. You'd experience a smaller percentage of that. If hibernation technology could actually be developed and perfected, then you could just sleep through however long it was. Even if it's the whole 8 years, leave Earth, do your jumps back, arrive here, you've had a little nap. Everyone back home has experienced a few months. You do what you ever have to do at the planet somewhere, here, there. It's hard to find that planet when you're looking at the camera. It's going the wrong way. Do whatever you have to do. Turn around, go back into sleep, start heading back, do your jumps back, arrive back home, and you've had an effective turnaround time of about a year or so, or whatever, The ship has effectively traveled for like 16 years, or a fraction of that, however much time dilation takes into effect. I don't know. But back home, effectively, a small percentage of it has passed. So you never physically move faster than light, but you travel effectively FTL. I find this really cool. I'm still waiting for some science fiction author to actually write that into a story. I've got a few ideas myself, but I'm not an author. Wish I was. So that's my take on what was good science fiction, which became bad science fiction, what is probably science fiction, and some potential science fiction. Well, sometimes I might think it's cool if life were more like a science fiction story. I don't think we're descended from Cylons. I also don't believe little green men come to see us yet, so until they do, I'm Mark Visser, aka Sparkuss. I hope to see you back here again really soon. If you want to know more about any of the stuff I've mentioned, links below in the doobly-doo, except for the one about that time travel theory, which I don't know where to find information on that right now. I actually heard that from a friend who's really into reading the science magazines, and so he told me about it, and so this is kind of second-hand information, so I wouldn't put too much stock in it right now. But it sounds cool.